Alright, what's up guys? Welcome to another live session. Today is September 25th, 2020. Happy Friday. Gonna go ahead and open a nice cold one. Nice cold Coke. Can't beat it. So, if you are new to these sessions, what we do is we go over the trades that we didn't take, and then more importantly, we prepare for next week as good traders do. So, if you look in the description of the video, you'll see a link to sign up to the Discord. If you haven't joined the Discord, make sure you do. That's where you can join, see free content, see reviews, talk with members, all that good stuff. So make sure you join. It's free to sign up, so I don't see why you wouldn't. And that's that. So let's get into this week. This week we are bullish on the dollar. Technically, fundamentally, all of the above. And we are looking really good for that bias. So looking at the daily, you'll see we started off down here. And first target for the week was 94, which we reached. And then finally, we have the next target is 95. So after a pullback yesterday, which was discussed in the session, pulled back to this nice low area. We had a nice rejection to go higher. So we're still bullish on the dollar. I think we will get to 95 by next week, and that will continue the bullish bias that we've had, right? And if you look at price action, like this consolidation box, reminder, we sold off from the dollar for a long period of 2020. We all know why. After this consolidation zone was created, we finally got that breakout, and because of this breakout, I am pretty confident that this is a possible reversal, full-on trend reversal, where not only 95 can be attained, but maybe even 98 to even 100 for the dollar index. Because if you look at the weekly time frame, you'll see the weekly candle that we've plotted. It's huge, monumentous. It's very, very huge. A lot of buying power here, and it's off this previous buy zone. You can see to the left we have many reversals from this area. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 from this price point of 93. Nice clean psychological level, and so the next target is these highs where we have a lot of these wicks coming in. That's at 95. So until then, I think the dollar momentum will be good. I mean, just look at this candle. That's crazy, especially since it's a hammer, right? So the bottom wick is longer than the top wick. It's a nice bullish hammer. That's a good sign for upside momentum, as this is the second most bullish candle you'll see in Forex trading, right? Or any kind of trading. This is the second most bullish candle. So to take advantage of the bullish dollar, we took three trades. One was a short for pound dollar, and you can see just how much pound dollar has shorted just off the weekly. But we took a short from up here, and the kind of the issue with pound dollar was that it stopped moving. It just stopped moving. Sort of got stuck in consolidation. Let me show you the signal. While I go through this, if there's any questions or recommendations, let me know, and then I can get to them at the end. So here was our signal, 1.27, 240 was our entry around there. So right around here was our entry, and then price went all the way down here, roughly 60-ish pips. After that initial move down, price pulled back up, and then it just started to consolidate. And so this was a trade I was really looking forward to for a huge sell-off, but for some reason pound wasn't moving after this initial move. After that, it just started to consolidate, and if you're a scalper, that'd be this is probably a nice kind of trade setup within here, just trading this consolidation. But if you look at the weekly time frame, we have a long way to go down for pound, and so I was a bit shocked that we just stopped right here. We stopped dead in the tracks, even with the dollar index pushing to new highs. So that's a bit weird, but even on the weekly, the price action still remains. And next week, this is still a viable setup to go short again. So, I'm looking for maybe just a break of this low. Again, price action. This isn't anything new. When you have a trend, for example, or a downtrend here, and you have this consolidation, usually what happens is you consolidate for a bit, and then finally price breaks out, right? And when it breaks out in the direction of the original trend, you usually have a nice sell-off continuing. So this is what we're looking for. The sell-off. We caught part of the sell-off. Price started to consolidate. We need a break of this low at 1.26600 to take that trade again to go short. And if you look to the left, you see all this white space that we can fill up with price action, right? All this volume we need to capture. So still bearish. I'm not sure why I kind of died down, but whatever the case may be, the trend hasn't changed, right? It's still bearish. On the flip side, we took euro, which took a few days to really start to move. So we were looking to enter since Monday, but we didn't get entry until Wednesday. So we were being patient, right? Price was just stalling at this level, stalling. We were waiting for a break of this blue line. We finally got that break, and then we pushed down a bit. We had some slight drawdown, and we finally started to sell off. During yesterday's session right here, I closed 75% of my position, leaving just 25%. And so price pulled back and has dropped a bit more. And this is the final target for me right now is 1.16. So we're on our way there. Currently the trade is up around 70-ish pips. So that's a pretty good trade. Really, it was just two trades that we kind of took advantage of because everything else was already in motion or it wasn't going anywhere. So you can see even on the daily, we have nice bearish momentum. I'd be surprised if Monday morning we aren't at 1.16. So I'm going to hold this throughout the weekend. Again, small position, so I don't mind. Weekly looks very good for euro as well. I mean, that tells you that the dollar had a really good week. For some reason, GU wasn't able to capitalize, but euro has, and this looks very, very good for a sell-off. So you can see 1.16 is a nice little support zone. It's also a clean psychological level, so that's the next target. If we do break it, then obviously 1.15 comes into play, but I think we may have a retrace once we get to 1.16. Then the last trade that we took for the end of the week was USD CHF long. A nice little trade just based off momentum and price action. So here it is. Taking a look at the 4-hour time frame. And so let me just put it like that. So here we are in some slight profit. I actually closed out earlier in the day at 8. I think that was 8 pips. Just because it's a Friday, I don't want to hold trades on a Friday, especially not a full position. At least with euro, I'm holding a small 25% position, but this looks good for an upside move. Price action still remains still a long, in my opinion. So if anything, Monday morning I could re-enter, but the daily candle is nice bullish hammers. Here's a bullish hammer. Here's a bullish hammer. Here's a bullish hammer. So a lot of momentum still in this trade setup, and this should continue to go up as the dollar continues to increase in strength. So that was the week. That was a trading week in its entirety. It was pretty good. Nice slow week, but we did the best we could. Up around 2.2%. That's not bad. And just taking it as it comes, right? Not really forcing anything. So let me go over some pair recommendations. Yeah, this feed's back. So what I say and what happens on the live is there's about a 10-15 second difference. So if there's any pair recommendations, let me know, and then I can go over them for you. Really any pair. I don't mind looking at crypto or things like that. Let me actually check Discord if there's any. Oh yeah, happy Friday, everyone. Happy Friday. Okay, so someone said NZD yen. Okay. AJ, SP 500, cool. What is your view on the U.S. election for the markets? So people want gold, okay. So yeah, NZD yen and gold, perfect. Anything else? Deep holder. Anything else? Let me talk about the elections. So at this point in time, I mean, we still have the debate starting in October, but as of right now, I do think Biden will win. And if Biden wins, I personally think the dollar will suffer. The dollar has had some of its best days under the Trump administration, um, especially with the amount of jobs he created. People don't know this, but Trump actually led to the lowest unemployment rates in black and minority populations. That's really good, right? And overall, he led to an employment that was a 50-year low, right? 3.5% before the pandemic. But because he handled the pandemic so bad and obviously the social injustice going on, I think Trump will not win and Biden will. And we know Biden's corporate tax laws and his reluctancy to not stop partnering with China. He wants to partner with China and work with China. So with that, I think China will get more jobs. Some of the U.S. jobs will be lost. So I think the dollar will suffer, but hopefully the country as a whole starts to heal. So that's my opinion. I do think election night, anything can happen. Even if Trump wins, some big time players in the markets may not like it, and we may see a bearish reaction anyways. You can't really tell. Obviously, an election is not an event you want to trade. At least with NFP or inflation data, you kind of have forecasts and you have a rough idea. But elections, it's just best not to trade. It's like trading on Christmas. No point of doing it. So, anyways, let me go over NZD yen. I think I had here we go. Let me actually clean it up. We haven't traded NZD in a while, so why don't we clean things up and get a good sense of what's going on. So let's go on the weekly. Right off the bat, I'm probably thinking short. And I know people don't like trend lines, but you're just a tool. Here's your trend line connecting highs: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you look 6, we had a potential breakout just a few weeks back, but we came back within that trend line. Just based off this simple tool, I'm already thinking short, and it's nothing too wrong with using a trend line as long as it's not your only confluence, right? So here we have some resistance on the weekly. We have 1, 2, 3 attempts to go high with no avail. We also have some weekly support in and around this area, so I'm gonna highlight that as well. Okay, so this kind of area right here, I actually might adjust it to down here. These 2 wicks are a bit more of a stronger support than what we have here, so I'd say that's going to be the best thing to watch out for. And so here's the thought process. Let's shift this over. Here's the thought process that we have, right? We identify the trend. We have some resistance, and so when you have a downtrend, you're coming off resistance. The natural thing to do is look for shorts. We do have this support / weekly low, so this could be a potential entry, point if we do break it. And then we have this low, right? We have these lows down here where price has wicked a ton, and that's where price will be magnetized to go to. It'll be pulled to go down to here. So based off just a weekly, I'm looking for short. Obviously, the entry is a bit away from where we are right now, but a lot can happen in the day. Looking at the daily, you will see price did something interesting. So here we have some support on the daily. Right, price came here, wicked 2 times, pushed up to this resistance. Price sold off from resistance, came to this wick point, printed a bearish hammer. So more likely than not, you can have this type of reaction. This is a viable trade setup. 2.0 R2R. The stop loss is below this recent support / low area. So in case they try to run our stops, we do have this last minute support in case price comes here, then pushes back up. So on the intraday, I'm looking for maybe a long, and this does make sense at the moment because USD yen is going to the upside, right? The dollar is taking advantage of the yen, and in that case, so would NZD yen, right? So there is a chance for this, but the long-term trend is the favorable option, and that's looking for shorts. So next week, me personally, I'll be looking for price to break this low and then take a short, right? Because we have a stronger dollar, which means NZDUSD is going lower, and therefore so should NZD yen, as this is a stronger correlation. So for me personally, I'm looking for that short. If you're an intraday trader or you're just itching for a trade next week, then maybe look at this long possibility. I'd honestly wait for at least a daily bullish closure. So this daily candle right now is not a bullish closure. It has a long to the top, short at the bottom. That's not ideal for longs. You would want something like a bullish hammer or a bullish engulfing candle from this area to kind of give you that confirmation. Otherwise, you're playing with fire. So that's probably my idea right now. Definitely long-term short is still the way to go, but we may have a retrace. If not all the way up to here, maybe halfway or maybe back to the trend line. So it's a bit risky when you do counter trend trading because you don't know when that reversal will stop. So it could stop at this trend line halfway or at these highs. So it's a bit of a gamble. But if we do break this low, then I know that price is destined to go lower a considerable amount, right? So we just look at all this, this previous sell-off when we broke this level, we went all the way down to here plus more. So that's more attractive in my opinion. I think someone said gold. So gold, that swing trade I was talking about, let me actually explain it to you. So we have a mega swing trade that I gave as an optional idea, and so I'm still waiting, but that idea is virtually in play. But I'm waiting for that daily closure. So yesterday during the session, I discussed that I want a daily closure below this low that we made, and we still haven't gotten there yet. But I think with the stronger dollar, we should. So here's the arrows kind of drawing out our thought process, right? So we have the push here, we have the pullback here. Now I want price to break this low, and then I'll enter with a small position. This is a really big swing trade, so it's not obviously something that I recommend to new traders. Again, this is not financial advice. This is what I'll be doing. I think I have enough capital to go with a small position. You do your own analysis. If you agree, then enter the trade on your own accord. But make sure you use risk management at all times. But let me just show you that swing trade that I'm potentially looking to take on my account. So this is it right here, and this is a rough idea. Now it's a 2.7 R2R. The stop loss is 1,000 pips, but the TP is 2,700. So, and the fundamentals is kind of what's going to affect this trade. I'm not trading the fundamentals, I'm trading the technicals, but the fundamentals may help or may kind of disrupt this trade. I'll see. I'm still waiting for that daily closure, so I haven't entered this trade just yet, but I'm going to enter with maybe a 0.25 lot, nothing too big at all, and just see where this trade takes me. If you look at the monthly time frame, you see what we've done. This candle is an indecision candle. The wick to the top and bottom is relatively equal, but then this next candle this week is a nice strong bearish candle. So that tells me that we have our bias. Here's that previous all-time high we created for gold. This is a new all-time high we created. So I do think at this point in time we should have a sell-off, if not all the way down to here, at least maybe 1,500 or 2,000. One of the 1,500 looks like a good option, or maybe even 1,700. Those are fine. Obviously, down here would be ideal. We do have this previous support that we may need to revisit. But it all depends on a lot of factors, and definitely the election is one of them, and so is this troublesome virus. SP 500. If there's any other recommendations, let me know. Otherwise, I'll do some BTC, then end it off. So SPX, pretty easy to kind of analyze. Same thing with a lot of the stocks. They tend to just respect price action a lot more. So someone asked for GJ, I'll do that after. Someone asked, did we enter? I think you're asking about gold, or what trade are you asking about? But we haven't entered anything after today. Fridays were pretty clear. The only position I've opened is a small short position for Euro. The SPX. And here we go. So it's playing out perfectly. So our original idea, right, that I gave back before this pandemic became a reality, was a buy from here to 35,000 long-term target, and that played out absolutely perfectly. Just very simple price action. This is a buy zone. We got that nice confirmation, nice bullish hammer, and price shot up. Since then, I've turned into a bearish bias, and if you look at our kind of criteria here, we wanted price to break below this blue zone, okay, this blue zone, and price has definitely done that. And so I am bearish on the SPX 500. I'm looking at a target of 3,000 or just 3,100, in between 3,000 to 3,100. Okay, so we got a nice close. Well, this looks good. So we can see the trend has turned into a downtrend. We're creating, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows. So yeah, I'm bearish to maybe 3,000. That's the next target for me for SPX 500. GJ, and then I'll do some crypto, and then I'll finish off the session. So GJ, let's see. So here was our last potential long idea. Went maybe 60 to 70% of the way to our target. I'm going to remove that. You might be wondering why these boxes are drawn. This is just to illustrate the consolidation that we've been facing. And we've just been trading the breakouts. Really, that's been it. So GJ, I mean, pretty consolidated on the 4-hour time frame. This makes sense though, because GU really didn't do much this week, and I had high hopes for GU. So if you count the days, today's Friday, this is Thursday, this is Wednesday, this is Tuesday, this is Monday. So for those 5 days for GJ, this week, we really didn't do much. Price, really didn't do much. Now if you compare, last week you had, this set of consolidation here too, right? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, including Sunday, 6 days of consolidation. So I'm not sure what's gotten into the pound pairs, especially GJ, but there are moments, weeks of consolidation. But some weeks will have a nice trend, right? Either a downtrend or an uptrend. But then there's other weeks where we'll have literally no movement, right? Just a whole week of just going up, going down, going up, going down. So this is what I mean by when the markets are choppy. And even here is another week where price didn't do anything. And GJ, if you've known GJ, it's one of the most volatile pairs to trade. This and Pound Aussie, other than the exotics, these two pairs really, really move. They can move 200 pips in a day if they wanted to. So seeing 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks in just the past, 2 months of just consolidation has really cut down on the trade setups that we can capitalize on. But that is the current market situation, and you just have to adapt. So, just like any other part of consolidation, because the trend is down, and that is the overall long-term trend, I'm looking for shorts. I'll be looking for price to break out this consolidation, and not even that, I want price to break the low we made. So this is a low of the week. We need to clear that low to go short, right? And the next target would be these set of lows here. So we go short here, TP1, and then this could be the long-term target. The reason why we need to break this low is because price can come to this low, use it as support, and then reverse on us, right? And you don't want that to happen. So you want price to break this low, showing you confirmation on the candlestick, it being a bearish closure, and then we target the set of this equal lows right here, and then price action down here as a target. So that is the best play for GJ. And to be honest, to have 4 weeks of consolidation in the past 2 months essentially means you had 1 full month of consolidation. That's pretty bad. So hopefully this funk in the market changes. I don't know. I don't know if it takes a new year, a new season. Who knows what it will take? But I'm pretty sure traders around the world are, especially GJ lovers, would love for this to finally start moving again, like we know it would. So that's GJ. I'm just gonna stick with the original trend and wait for that breakout. And plus, we are bearish on GU, so it only makes sense to go bearish for GJ. All right, so I think that is mostly everyone. Let's see. Oh yeah, Ethereum, amazing. Yeah, so okay, the first debate's on 29th. Perfect. So that should be next week. Wow, I'm actually surprised that Biden even agreed to do the debates. Because I'm not sure if he's mentally well enough to do that. But Ethereum and BTC, those debates will be fun. A lot of memes will be made. Will be good stuff. So we'll do Ethereum first, and then we'll do BTC, and then we'll kind of end it off. So here's Ethereum. Still waiting for that buy opportunity. So the last time we discussed Ethereum, we talked about going long once we clear this level, 416, and you can see, and none of these closures were bullish enough to go long, right? We had these weird hammers, this indecision candle equal to top and bottom, and so price has pulled back to this previous high. So for Ethereum, because the dollar is regaining strength, I'm kind of shifting my bias maybe back down to a short. At the time when we discussed this idea, the dollar was in a bad place. It had terrible fundamentals, and the whole nation was a mess. Right now, the dollar looks optimistic. Right, it looks like it's gonna go to the upside, touch 95, touch 97, and that means things that are against the dollar, like Ethereum, like BTC, like XRP, will devalue and lose some of its price. So if you look at what happened this week, I'm gonna remove this for now. You'll see one thing that we've done these past few weeks. Actually, we've created some support, right? You see this wick, and this wick. We've created some support at 311, right? 311. So for that potential short, I would be looking for price to clear 311, right? And if I extend that over, 311 was also a previous resistance. So we have a previous high, previous resistance, and so if we do break 311, I could see price coming back down to as low as $9. I don't think it'll go that low, but it can definitely go to these lows right here, this support area. So here we have a trading range. I'll highlight it. Here's our trading range, right? From this low to this high, from this low to this high. This could have been a fake out, and then price has come back into this range. Now, if price can close below this support that was a previous resistance, then we have a really good short for Ethereum. So I'd watch out for that. That level I'm speaking of is 310, 310, 311. And I'd probably wait for a daily closure below that level to confirm that short bias. Yeah, the daily seems good. So I'd wait for a daily closure. You can see that support we've created this week and even back in July. And so we just need price to clear this and then take that short. And the trend has shifted, lower high, lower low, lower high. We haven't made a lower low just yet, so this could just be some funky price action before we do a next leg up. But again, if we do go long, originally I wanted a bullish closure above 418. We never got that, but instead we made a high up here. So instead, we now need to clear this high, because again, price, what it could do is be very sneaky. Is it can come up to this high, and instead of going long, it could go short after using it as resistance. So in that case, we want to break above 418 for the longs. Otherwise, right now, the more likely option is a short, since price action is much closer to this level than this level. So I'll do BTC, then I'll end it off, and then I'll give you guys a free, well, you can consider it free. I'll give you guys a coupon code. I'll let you get into this to these live sessions, 50% off. So do stick around for that. Let me quickly go over BTC. So BTC, there we go. We finally got some bullish momentum. So maybe BTC can be the saving grace. So we were waiting for a pullback here, and then waiting for some bullish activity to go long. And we didn't get some for a few days, but just yesterday, Thursday, we got a nice bullish engulfing, and that's good. So BTC looks pretty up in my opinion. Weekly doesn't look too bad either. Weekly is just a nice bearish hammer, and usually bearish hammers appear on pullbacks. So this could be a next leg up for BTC. So I'm bullish. The R2R in this trade idea is pretty nice as well. It's 2.81. So even if you entered right now based off that price action, you'd be in profit. You can always close and then reevaluate on Monday. I don't like to hold stuff over the weekend unless I absolutely need to. So yeah, nothing much else to say about BTC. We saw the support create here, and once price broke out of consolidation, I knew more than likely price was going to go fill up this range and go to this high. But we had a detour, so we got that pullback, and I think we're good. Now, if you're looking to re-enter or you're looking to enter this trade, I'd wait for us to clear this high that we made a few weeks back. So wait for price action to get up above this high and then continue that long. Then you'll know momentum's on your side once we clear this previous lower high. And that level is at 11,100. So BTC looks good. Hopefully other cryptos can follow along and provide that boost. Alright, so I'm going to do one last sweep and then I'll give away the coupon code. Alright, perfect. So we're all great. Alright, so if you enjoyed this session, I hope you did. We host 2 to 3 live sessions a day, and there are smart money sessions, which is basically institutional trading. Based on how the banks trade, tracking smart money, and then we have my price action sessions. So we typically have 2 smart money sessions a day and 1 price action session. And that's a lot of live content that you learn to trade. And you can always ask questions. So there's a lot of back and forth. So it's almost like you have a mentor that you can go to. And we host that at least 2 to 3 times a day, 5 days a week. And in addition, we have around 10 signal providers giving trades around the clock. So if you're interested in becoming a member, because I only host a free session on Friday, and the Smart Money session is, I believe it's free on Wednesday. So if you're looking to join all the sessions to become a full-time member, go to our website, forexlens.com, go to the Forex Trading Room, click Get Started, and I want to give away 2 coupon codes. So the first one is for our monthly membership. It's a 50% off code, and to use it, first you have to get the code. The code is FIRST50, okay? This will give you your first month off for 50% off. So your first month will be $73.50. All you have to do is fill out this form, click Next, and then click Enter a coupon code to get 50% off your first month. Now we have a special limited time offer until October 1st, and that's the Equinox promotion, and that is a 50% off deal for our yearly membership. You heard that right. So instead of paying $967, you're going to get this for half off. This is limited to 10 uses, and I haven't checked if there's still any uses, but if there is, you better act quick because a lot of these are flying off the shelf. This is the coupon code Equinox, and you use on the Pro Trader. So your yearly membership price will be cut in half. Let me just quickly do the math for you. It'd be $483.50 for a yearly membership. All you have to do is fill out this form, click Next, enter a coupon code, and this is the coupon code. So this is only limited to 10 uses. I know a lot of people used it yesterday, so unfortunately we can't help you, and it's only active until October 1st. So you have enough time to get everything sorted, and so now's the time. Now's the time to really level up your trading. And the crazy thing is that we have members that have benefited in the first week. Some members in the first week have already paid off their first month subscription. obviously depending on the account size. So that's great. So hopefully you can become a member of the community. I hope you guys have a great weekend, and